Welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling, right? That burn you get from spicy food? Well, today we're gonna figure out what's really going on.
So let's just dive right in with the big question. Is spicy even a taste? You know, like sweet or salty?
Well, the answer is no, not at all. Spiciness isn't a taste. It's actually a trick. A really clever trick that your food is playing on your brain.
Okay, so how does that even work? See, your body is covered in these little danger sensors. They're called polymodal nociceptors, and their whole job is to scream danger when they detect things like extreme heat. And guess what? The stuff in spicy food, it's designed to flip the exact same switch. So when you're eating that chili, your brain is getting the same signal as if you, say, touched a hot pan. It literally thinks your mouth is on fire. No joke.
And you know what's wild? It works the other way too. Think about mint. That menthol in it hits your cold receptors, so your brain gets fooled into feeling a cool sensation. It's the same trick, just in reverse.
Now, because your brain thinks there's a real danger, it kicks into high gear. We're talking full-on fight or flight mode. That's why you start sweating, your heart starts pounding, your body is genuinely preparing for a fight.
But hold on, you've probably noticed that not all spicy is the same, right? I mean, a chili pepper burns your mouth, but wasabi? That feels like it goes right up your nose. So what gives?
It all comes down to the size of the molecules. Seriously, the stuff in chilies like capsaicin has these big, heavy molecules. They just kind of sit there in your mouth. But the molecules in wasabi, they're super small and light. They can actually float up into your sinuses. That's why you feel the burn there.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about all this heat, we kind of need a way to measure it, right? And for that, we have the Scoville scale. It's basically a ruler for heat, measuring how much of that capsaicin stuff is in there. Let's start at the bottom, just to get our bearings. A bell pepper, no heat at all. So it gets a big fat 0 on the Scoville heat units, or SHU for short. All right, now what about something like Tabasco sauce? Most of us have had that. That clocks in at around 2000 SHU. You feel it for sure, but it's not gonna destroy you. But then, you get to the crazy stuff. People are always trying to grow hotter and hotter peppers. And one of the kings is the Carolina Reaper. Get this, it's about 2 million Scoville units. 2 million. That is insane. And to put that into perspective for you, that's about half as hot as police-grade pepper spray. Yeah, we are willingly eating something that's in the same ballpark as a weapon. Think about that. Which of course leads to the million-dollar question. If this is just pain, if it's just our brain being tricked into thinking we're in danger, why on earth do we do it? Why do we eat it? And this isn't some new trend. Humans have been into this for a long time. I'm talking archaeologists finding mustard seeds with human artifacts from 23,000 years ago. We've been chasing this burn for thousands and thousands of years. So why? Well, there are a few theories. One is pretty practical. Spices can kill bacteria in food, which was a huge deal before refrigerators. Another idea is that some of us are just thrill seekers, you know? It's like riding a roller coaster for your mouth, and it might even just be in our DNA. But here's what I think is the most fascinating part. You'd think people who love spicy food just don't feel the pain as much, right? Like they've built up a tolerance. Well, research says that's totally wrong. It turns out people who love spicy food feel the exact same amount of pain as people who hate it. The only difference? They've just learned to like it. So the pain doesn't get better, you just get tougher. So the next time you reach for that hot sauce, just remember what's happening. You're playing a trick on your own brain. You're triggering those ancient danger signals just for the fun of it. So that leaves me with one last question for you. Why do you enjoy the burn?